Hi, I'm Kevin Hines of KevinHinesStory.com, and today I'm living mentally well most days while suffering from a very severe mental illness, a brain disease called bipolar disorder. I want to share with you in these next few videos how I sustain a mentally healthy lifestyle. I utilize 10 steps to stabilize, to cope, and to live well every single day, all day. And I call them the Art of Wellness, a quick guide to hope. And I want to invite you to experience them right now. Step 1, therapy. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about therapy. We may not all have a mental illness, but each and every one of us has to deal with our mental health. Every one of us has issues, and every one of us experiences stress. In this day and age, all kinds of therapies exist for all kinds of people. I participate in many different but proven forms of therapy every day, and here are some forms of therapy that help me. The first, cognitive behavioral therapy, or what is more commonly known as CBT. Other issues. Talk therapy is about letting out your emotions, thoughts, and feelings to someone, a third party who understands, comprehends, and most importantly, empathizes with what you're going through. Music therapy. I listen to very, very calm, sensitive, soothing music every night before I go to sleep so I have a better sleep pattern. So I wake up more energized and more ready and raring to go the next morning. It's very helpful. I love it. And it can even help people that are awake. It helps people all over the world, just like cognitive behavioral therapy does. Blue Wave Lightbox technology. Let's talk about the blue box, okay? Lightbox technology is fascinating. It's this little box about this size that sits on your table as you're doing your morning emails, and it looks at you from an angle, and it goes into your eyes, back into your brain, and helps improve your cognitive function and your somatic wellness. What it does is help increase better mood opportunities. And for people like me, who currently live in San Francisco, I need more sun in my life so I can generate more vitamin D, so I can feel better, and the Blue Wave Lightbox technology does just that. It's like a low-grade natural antidepressant. Breath therapy or breathing therapy. Using breathing actively every day to focus on your inner self. Using breathing so you can reduce amounts of anxiety and panic attacks, which breathing properly helps get away from. It's a really great form of therapy. It can help anyone in any situation relieve stress. And of course, I educate myself every day about all the newest forms of therapy in the world that I can find on bipolarhopemagazine.org, that I can find on Schizophrenia Digest, that I can find in all the readings I do every day to stabilize. If you have bipolar disorder, one of the greatest resources you can have is the International Bipolar Foundation. Very exciting work they're doing, and when you look up all the work they're doing, if you have bipolar disorder, you can help yourself learn more about your disease, get better at fighting it, and win the game of mental health help in your life. One of the greatest assets in my therapy toolbox is a goal-setting tool. I set goals during every therapy session that are realistic, that fill me with hope, and goals I can actually achieve by the end of the next therapy session, by the end of the next week, month, year, or further down the line. I set goals because they're actions that get me excited about continuing in therapy and continuing my wonderful road to mental health success and well-being. I've built this wellness path over a very, very long time. Previous to this time, I was in denial about my disease. Now I accept it, I move forward, and I'm trying to help myself and those around me. I have built this wellness path because I have in such a long period of time, over years. And it's time to remember to forgive yourself for your suffering and for what you're going through and for what maybe your difficulties and disease may be causing others. Remember, this is not something you asked upon yourself to have a mental illness. No one did. No one grew up at the age of 4 and said, I want to have a mental illness later in life so I can have all these difficulties and pain that I go through. No one said that. I certainly didn't. And so I ask you, when you are worried about setting goals and achieving them, please remember, good things come in time. Forgive yourself. Bring yourself down to a calm space. And when you set those goals, as long as you're working toward those positive outcomes in life, as long as you possibly can, that's the plan all along.